Okay, we're back. And what I had finished doing is I had finished at least telling you how to look at all these different buttons and their options and how to move them down here in the notes window. And it works exactly the same way in the editor window, but I've already reordered my notes the way I like them. Okay. So I'll let that sit for a few minutes in case you want to pause your own screen and order your notes in the same way. Order your buttons. So just pause the screen if you need more time to see the order of the buttons so that you can order them that way. My basic idea is that I wanted to have my options first and choosing the notes directory first, and I wanted to leave at the end the customization and all buttons. Obviously you want two lines showing. You don't want to mess with that stupid scroll bar. Okay. Oh, there's just one thing I should say. You can change the text color. Okay, it looks like, ooh, I can type in it now. Okay, this is your option for text color. Alright, you notice I just changed it to green here. Alright, so that when I'm typing now, it's in green. Oh, the window works now. Okay, the reason the window works is because I first put my screen recorder first and then called up BibleWorks. So now I don't have a key conflict. So my default here is green, but let's say I don't want that. This will give me a good opportunity. Let's say I want to change it to black. Okay, so now my default is black. Alright, and it's an Arial default, and let's say I don't want that. Given what I just told you in the other video, I have a bazillion fonts on here, okay, because I do a lot of word processing. I prefer Cambria. If anything I'm going to communicate to somebody else, this is considered a respectable font. Now 10 is too small, as you can see, so I want to make it 11, and it should still stay 11 afterwards. It's staying 11. Okay, so now let's pretend I wanted to change just that text color from black to something else. Then you'll see how I did that. I clicked on this first. Well, actually clicking on it doesn't do it. You have to click on the little arrow, and then you get the window. And let's say I want to change it to green. So now it's changed to green just for the text that I had selected. That will stay in effect. But you'll notice you're doing it, it's kind of like reverse Polish notation. You first have to make a default that's what you normally want, and then you change it here in order to be able to keep your default at black. See? And the same thing goes with this. Okay, I had changed it to a default of yellow. It's setting it here because it was considering it as a custom color. But let's say I just want to make it yellow according to the default. Alright, so now what I'm typing, see, you're doing it in advance of typing. Now what I'm typing is all got a yellow highlight. Alright, and then I can change it again to, I guess, nothing. I don't know, white? Okay, then it's doing that. Alright, but back here, there was no highlighting at all. Alright, so let's say I wanted to change that highlighting to, I don't know, light blue. See, I did that. Alright, but this text is still what it is. That's a fault in Word, that you have to use that kind of order in order to make your text work that way. And again, this is the editor, but it works the same way in Notes. Alright, and then if you want to bold, you have to type it first. Alright, because otherwise it's going to change everything you type afterwards, and then you mark your text. That's the same problem you have in word processing in Microsoft Word. Alright, so as you can see, each of these buttons has a function, and you're going to have to play with them to see if you like these options. And then of course you can remove them. See, I had removed the strikeout text because I never used that, and I removed set font attributes because that's just the same thing as this. This sets the font attributes too. Alright, and my screen is starting to slow down now, so I'm going to have to quit for the moment so I don't lose my recording. Okay, back again. I've already finished going through as much as I can on the notes. Now that I know how to... Oh, it's not working again. Well, alright. I don't know. Some kind of hotkey conflict, which worked before but now isn't working. I don't know why. But we don't need to deal with this anymore. You've seen these buttons. Now we're going to go to the buttons here at the top. Okay, first look at how I can widen the results window. This is the results window right here, and what you do is you press your left, you press your index finger on the left side click of your mouse, and then you keep it depressed and you drag it like that, okay, to size the window. The same thing is true here. Once you see the little double arrow, you have to wait for the double arrow in Windows to show with your mouse. So you can't do it unless you see the double arrow. Okay, and then I'm going to press my little feet here to come back to my multi-version mode. And that's what you're used to seeing. And again, remember, if you wanted to change it to just columns, you unclick the stack window and now you've got just the columns. Some people like columns. I don't. Because I like to, you know, it's too much scrolling for me. I can't stand scrolling. So we're going to go back to stacking the analysis below the browse window. Okay, so now we're going to talk about these buttons here. Alright, this is your verse history button. And again, you can configure the order of these, and we're going to go through that, but I want to first show you what the buttons do. Okay, these are your verse history. This is a list of all the verses that I've searched, and basically, because I've done tools, options, search, okay, I've asked it to save my tab contents, and I've asked it to save, I'm not sure if it's here, maybe it's not here, I'm trying to remember where I put it, where it's put. One of these is to save your search history. I don't see, I can't tell, you know, these are very confusing, but that's because there's so many options. You ask it to save the search history. Yeah, see, right, well, that's to track it, and that tracks it with, there's a version change, but there's an option to save your history. It's somewhere in here, and I don't know where they put it. It's somewhere in here. It should be in search. I don't see it there. In one of my earlier videos I said where it was located, but I can't tell now. But because I'm saving the search history, this will give a list of all the verses I've looked up, and of course after a while that's not going to be what you want, and you can always select, like, I don't want that saved. I don't know why it even brought it up. So if you want to delete a certain verse that you don't want remembered, then you just do that, and that deletes it. Okay, so this button is your verse history. This is the words that you've searched. See, that's your search history. And you'll notice that it changes whether it's Hebrew or Greek or whatever. Okay, and of course if you want to eliminate it, you can, but it's per verse. Okay, like if I want to get rid of Bereshit, oh, it's searching on it again. Oh God, Abort. I didn't want that, so obviously you don't want to do that. So now I have to clear the tab. How am I going to clear it? This is a really bad function. You can't be on the tab to clear the tab. You should be able to be on the tab to clear the tab, but you can't. Okay, so then I want to clear the command line too. Alright, so your word history, if you click on it, obviously what's going to happen, if you click on any of these, it's going to automatically search on it again. Okay, and I don't know how you close the searching of the, if you want to get rid of your entire list. I don't know how you do that. I guess the auto means that it'll auto search, so let's see what happens here. Let's look for a word that isn't very common, like here, and it searches on it. I don't want it to search, so you can't get rid of the search that way. So you have to actually go through the search process again before you can delete it, and you have to delete it one at a time. That's not very exciting. Oh, I want clear tab. But see, clear tab 12. So that's a problem with the machine, with the programming. They don't give you a good way to clear the whole history. And then of course you lose your place wherever it was you were if you accidentally did a search. And I don't know why it's storing stuff I never asked for. I never asked for any of this. I don't know why it's storing all that. I never wanted it. I never asked for it. This machine has only been up for like 3 days. I've never even searched on these verses. So I don't know why it's doing this. This is another flaw in the program. This is where I was. Okay, and I don't know how you clear the search history. Is there a way to clear the search history? No, there's no way to clear the search history. So I don't know why we just went through that. That's a program bug. When you see a program bug, BibleWorks likes to know about it. They're very helpful. So tell them. Alright. Of course, you can't buy BibleWorks 8 anymore, but BibleWorks 9 is very similar. Okay, so where were we? I was showing the word history, and of course I've deleted everything now. You have to delete it one at a time. Alright, there's the browse toggle. It's the same function as down here. It's the same button, same meaning. Here's for the new browse window. Okay, these are their default buttons. This turns the analysis, see in the lower right hand corner. This turns the analysis on and off. This is for Bible dictionaries, and you have all of your dictionary choices. It's showing what you just last searched on there. Okay. And that took you to the top of the page. I have no idea who FAUS is. But see, it must be Fawcett. So here's the Fawcett dictionary. These are all bundled with BibleWorks. Fawcett, ISBE, and Easton are all bundled. A dictionary is not the same as a lexicon. A dictionary gives you ideas about stuff that scholars have put into sort of standardized format according, to common scholarship about what these things all mean, about what the people are, the places and stuff. ISBE encyclopedia is in here, and you have to search on these things individually. Okay, you could also type in here in this window if I wanted to say, let's say, old Okay, so see, and ISBE is more detailed than everybody else. Of course, it's telling you, look at these entries instead of. Okay, now this is a nice feature in BibleWorks 8, which BibleWorks 5 didn't have. You can scroll with your mouse to go down through it. In BibleWorks 5, you couldn't do that. You had to use page down. was very annoying. Okay. And so as you can see, I'm clicking on the left, and it's taking me to different entries, and that's in ISBE Dictionary, which is showing up here at the top. Then you got your lexicons, and these are all the lexicons I have installed. And so you can go individually to your lexicons if you want. And then you could copy text that you've highlighted to the editor or to the clipboard. But the best function is search. This is a really cool thing. You type whatever you're looking for. Like, let's say I'm looking for Tophet. Or Tophet, which is another word for hell in Aramaic. And you got the choice of whether the and, these are Boolean ideas, and, or string. Usually string is the best. Alright, and then you click here for the top of the file, and it's going to search the entire Bible dictionary for every occurrence of Tophet. Okay? So it's going to do a find next, and you have to wait. Once you click on it, it's going to show cancel until it finds an occurrence. And it takes a while. Okay, I probably shouldn't have typed that word because I'm searching now in ISBE, and ISBE is a very big dictionary. And you got a progress indicator right there telling you how far it's searched. Okay? And then when it finds the next occurrence, it's going to be highlighted. But I actually don't know if it's gonna find it here. So let me do close because it's going to take too long. Otherwise, let me pick something a little more common. No, it won't close. Cancel. Okay. Let me pick something that's gonna come up soon. Let's just pick Aaron. All right, because you can see Aaron right there on screen. And then find next. You see how it highlights? See? So all the occurrences of the word are highlighted, and you can scroll like this if you want. All right. And you'll notice you got your little pop-up window. That can be kind of annoying if you're scrolling. Okay, but see, like, if find next will take you to the next section where the word Aaron is located. In this particular case, I'm searching on Aaron. So you see how helpful that is? I use this function a lot. Okay, because I remember, I'll say something and I remember seeing it in ISBE or some other BibleWorks dictionary or lexicon, but I can't remember which one. So this search function is really very helpful. Okay, so that's edit, search. That's how you get it. And then you just close. Okay, now your next thing, the system's starting to hang up again, is options, where you highlight the current verse or highlight the verse, reset the verse highlight reference. I'm not sure what that does, but you can reset the history of your searching there. So that's important. Okay, so that's what this AB with the little open book sign does. Okay, you can click on the AB or you can click on the arrow. This is your TSK database. Your TSK database shows up here if you click on the light bulb, but it also shows up if you click on XREFs down here. Okay. What's better about the XREFs window is that you get not only, oh God, am I locking up again? Let me get out. It's kind of glitchy here. There we go. See where it says TSK and you got this little button for the arrow? You got more than, in BibleWorks 8, you have more than one set of concordances. This acts like a concordance. In other words, I'm on Psalm 89:35, and what are the verses that are related to it as a concordance? The most common one used is Treasury of Scriptural Knowledge, and I use it quite a lot. You'll see me use it often in my BibleWorks 5 videos. BibleWorks 5 handles this kind of search better than BibleWorks 8. BibleWorks 8 does not give you the option to take, let's say, this verse highlighted, which is why I started out my video saying that you have to use a dark highlight, because it converts the text that you're on to white, which is stupid. So that's why you need a dark highlighter, otherwise you can't read the text. In BibleWorks 5, you could just hold the shift key down, click on the verse, and you get a new browse window. But you can't do that in BibleWorks 8. In BibleWorks 8, you can only open up a new cross-reference window. Okay, but that's only going to show the translation you've got. So if you want to change translations, if you wanted to see what it looked like in Greek, okay, you can't use your multi-version mode because it won't give you a new. See, this is the browse window. It's got all these versions in it. Let's say I wanted to see Psalm 110:4 in the same configuration. I can't do it in BibleWorks 8. BibleWorks 5 you could. BibleWorks 8 you can't. All right, and there's no solution to it. That's just a feature they flat removed. It's very annoying. So you can open up a new cross-reference window, which means you can make this cross-reference window floating and then go back to something else. All right, see, so now I can do summary, or I can do an analysis window. Okay, I'm not stuck with this. Okay, I've now got a floating window because I said in cross-reference I picked that, and that's what you see here. Okay, but you can't make a new browse window out of it. All right, there's no option here to make a new browse window. All right, show no verse text, show line. Why would you want that? Show a line of the verse, show the whole verse, show the verse pop up when the mouse is over the verse. Well, so what? Show the verse pop up. Okay, so, but it's not giving me a pop up. I'm not getting that pop up. All right, so I can't see what this verse looks like in Hebrew and Greek and other translations. I can only see it in my current translation. I can change which concordance I want to use to any of these, all right, which is nice, but I can't see the verse in a new browse window. That's a flaw in BibleWorks 8. So the only way I can get there is if I go to the verse, and there's no option to just go to the verse. So that's something wrong with BibleWorks 8, and there's nothing around it. So you would have to literally go to your browse window, or take a new browse window, set up a new browse window now, okay, and then you're going to have to change to Psalm 110:4 in order to see Psalm 110:4. Okay, that's what you have to do. So that's a flaw. They didn't preserve the old option you had in BibleWorks 5, and that's a pity, but there's nothing we can do about it. All right. So now we go back to analysis window, so you can see the same thing that you saw before. But that's what this does. This opens up just TSK by itself, and then your cross-references window allows you to look at various concordances, whether it's ESV or NAU or Naves. See, like if I wanted Naves, I get that. I never use Naves because it tells you almost nothing. Here's Thompson chain reference. Some people really like that. I haven't really found anything exciting about it. Here's Tories. Okay, I mean, to me this is kind of useless. It's just a lot of white space. I can't stand white space. Okay, so normally I want to use the TSK. TSK gives you the most information that you can read. But again, you see the things that are wrong with that. So that's what this button did here, is it gave it to you just by itself. This has to do with what color you want to apply. And because I have too much highlighted, it won't do it. But if I wanted to just color this, and the problem is that once you do it, you can't undo it. Alright, so I'm not going to do it. This is where you apply the color to the selected text, or you apply the color to search results. There's no way to undo that as far as I can find. So that's why I don't use this. Alright. There is a way to set up the color but I'm not sure how it works to set up the color. So I just don't use this button at all because it's glitchy. You know, once you make the colors, then how do you undo it? Alright, probably clear hid highlighting, but I just don't even want to try because I can't change the color. Okay? It's like, how do you do this thing? It glitches up the window. Oh, now I'm having trouble with the recording again. I'm going to shut down and then resume.